guys had all ended up in the Sages district, and if I recall, in this area right here. And so now you're going to have to go past the palace district to and through the tunnel, or through one of the tunnels underneath the King's Road.
Yeah.
I figure it must have
Definitely.
passage.
Probably.
And
Canalization at least.
yeah, and that and to get over to here, which is, as you might imagine, the area.
Yeah.
That's
So that's why we are not waiting. We are like somewhere on the way.
The area that was where Bleen's place was in here. So Nathasha would be coming up to coordinate with you.
Probably
I'm going to
we're
say
gonna be
right there, see
somewhere
that road right there?
Yeah.
That's the one you'll be going under.
So probably she sent something like meet at Kingsbridge or not Bridge Road.
Yeah.
Or
The name of it,
underpass.
it's called the High Road.
The high
Yeah.
road.
But yeah, the underpass, one of the underpasses, she'll say where. So yes, that is the plan.
Okay.
Also good to have this kicking around, I think. Just
So, where exactly did I run off to?
well, as I recall, I don't recall. I remember that you evaded the situation,
I just ran, but I didn't specify.
but I think that
Wait.
but I
we're
think
not
you did
in-
connect back with
We're not
Rood.
in the Sage
Oh, okay.
district anymore because we got paid.
I know.
We went all the way back to the Hill district.
Hill district.
You did go back. Okay. So
Yeah.
you guys
So
will be
I-
at the Hill
We
District.
met
So
there
we
after
are-
that.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I think you guys have redconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
it was a
Makes
bad
sense.
moment for Trixie,
Yeah.
but you're looking over your shoulder a lot more
Yeah.
at this point. So now, let's go to Little Tooth, who has been sadly neglected with all the catch up here, because you have been in psionic detox.
Okay.
And the idea is that you are struggling to kind of reassemble your mind.
Yeah.
And that Ashathra, found this something that she wanted to do.
Okay.
Your scrappiness fighting the salt zombies had impressed her greatly.
Okay.
And as she even said, will you fight for me? She kind of likes the idea of a pint-sized.
Yeah.
Usually need you on the
Yeah.
Yes. And so
Brilliant.
maybe, and so anyway, so she has been spending time while all of that drama was going on, basically seeing what's wrong with him. Right. And so the question is whether you want to gain some sort of an advantageous circumstance or some sort of specific outcome from the psionic experience of putting your mind back together. So right now, just so you know, if I hadn't made it clear already, Little Tooth was not always a badger pretending to be a halfling, but instead,
I don't judge. I like that.
but instead was reasonably normal for a nice
For a halfling.
for a nice low tech cannibal.
Yeah.
But the problem was that when he wandered out by himself and went away from his tribe, that he ate lots. He lived on colored lizards. For a
Yes.
while. And the colored lizards.
Psychedelics.
Yes, and the colored lizards were very, very bad.
Subsisting on colorful lizards.
Yes.
Who had lost his mind.
Yes. And so, therefore, we are doing sort of a purge, a cleanse, to see how this.
Very judgmental.
Yeah.
But maybe that's your wish. I don't know. You have contacted they have.
So right now, what we're going to do is dial back time just a little bit before all the drama, to basically have you lying out on the table.
Yeah.
The fellow who was at that establishment, not Bleen, but some other fellow, was that you convinced to stay.
Yeah.
Is
I don't have
very,
anything for him.
very dubiously, she puts you out on the table.
Okay.
And
if I'm
probably sort of, oils up her hands and starts, straightening your limbs and, kind of arranging you.
Yeah.
The box that you were in,
Yeah.
the little cage that you were in, it was very sedative. You felt very soothed.
Okay, so I'm
Perhaps.
sleeping. You mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit, or at
And
least
then we might have
dozing.
that problem with the latest 15 words.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly. So you're a little dozy, and so the question here is, when she's going to attempt to, psionically,
Yeah.
put your brain back together.
I think something will fight back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So she will be beset by flashbacks
Sure.
of
Now I
horrible
understand.
scenes.
So that technically is you're handing me that to play.
Yeah.
The question is what does Littletooth want?
Mhm.
What then would be helpful to Littletooth? Because you're rolling in his favor,
Yeah.
right? So what is coming out of it from that perspective? What would be the benefit here?
Long term, the best thing probably to be a more normal person, but in the short term, it might be advantageous to be keeping a badger.
Alter ego? Split personality?
Yeah, could be, or maybe just some, maybe just,
Dissociation.
it could be just some temporary.
Well, I completely
Yeah.
understand that, but we have to think in terms of what is actually beneficial
Yeah, but yeah,
to him. So technically, it seems to me that you would be rolling in his favor, and everything you guys are saying is basically feeding me failure meat.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
yeah.
Wait, why is split personality a failure?
Well, I'm not saying it is. If you want there to be a split personality and you succeed in the role, then you take the narration and say so.
Okay.
But we're not like
Yeah.
pre-writing the outcomes
No.
because different aspects of this can prompt different outcomes.
So is Littletooth trying to get better?
Subconsciously, he should be. So yeah.
Let's
let's go with
that's
that.
where
Yeah.
you are playing from.
Yeah, I think so.
aspect of it.
Yeah.
Although
I kind of like.
now it's, now it's that's why I get to do that. So you know how in the Disney movies, how they would have these various sequences, animated sequences that all the adults were going, really? What have you animators been up to?
Yeah, like in Dumbo.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right. Stuff like that. So these they call it the Disney acid sequence, right?
Yeah.
When the characters have visions and things get awfully
I
psychedelic.
see the animated Dumbo. It's
Animated
awesome.
shows have that quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, there would probably be colors.
Yeah. Colors, mostly red.
Yeah. And so the question is, what trait? Now, technically, there's lots of traits you could pull into this.
Yeah. Maybe we should go with halfling because that's.
You're trying to become yourself again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or Black Spine Mountain. No, let's go with halfling because I have +1.
What was
Halfling.
What was that one?
The other one was Black Spine Mountains, like the birthplace or home.
But it doesn't have any.
No, we're not
Yeah.
there. So yeah, I don't think so.
No, so let's go for halfling.
Okay. And does halfling have a bonus?
Yes, +1.
Aha.
So yeah.
So 2 dice.
Yep.
+1.
Yep.
That's 3. And now we talk about pools.
You had a bunch of.
I have an
right?
enormous pool, but yeah.
Don't forget you can spend them for bonuses too.
You can
Yeah.
put halfling up 2. If you have 4.
Yeah.
Well, 3.
No, 3. 3
Three.
actually, yes.
Good that someone has pools.
Yeah.
Because we are
Are you-
very close to 0.
Yeah.
I think I'm at 0.
I think you got knocked down again.
I have 2.
But I'm a bit ambivalent, so maybe I'll just add 2 to the pool.
Okay.
And see what happens.
5 dice.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
No. Hard fail.
Oh no.
You lost 2 pool?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, no.
And you don't
It's
become
fine.
sane.
It's fine, yes. Okay, so, yes, the flashbacks will burst forth.
Yep.
And Ashathra is going to be ravaged by your animality.
Yep.
So that, yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. What's that going to actually do? Wow. Okay, that actually is going to be all sorts of interesting. What is that?
Small horse.
Someone is cleaning something.
Ah.
Still noticeable.
Yeah, I really want that to stop.
Mm.
Maybe it stopped. Okay. Give me a moment. That's actually quite a
Maybe Ashathra is gonna roll some rolls too.
well, no, actually, non-player characters don't roll.
Okay.
The system kind of throws all that to me. All right, let me think a little, because I need it to make sense. Trixie and Ruh, you're headed for that rendezvous point?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything that I don't have, like, there's no particular conflict at work here? You guys have done a good job doing everything.
I wanted to try and send a message.
That's right, you did. So go ahead. Yeah.
So that's gonna be, what's the difficulty? Or
Well,
what's the
I'll
bonus?
just say that it's 1 because
Okay.
because you're up against active
Yeah.
psionic interference.
I'm not going to use food.
Oh, just going to roll those.
I have 2 from psionics.
Yep.
And if it goes through, it goes through.
Right.
But if it succeeds, that's when I tell you that what the message is, or do you want to know it in advance?
Either way, in this case, I think, right? Yeah.
I'm basically going to tell him if he sees my brother,
Right.
to stick around him.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So either it was heard or it didn't go through. Which one?
Well, there are several things at work here. First of all, the connection is blocked, so the message will not get
Go
to
through.
the
Okay.
But
It will also be
it was
captured.
also basically going to alert. I wonder how unusual is it for people to try to sonically connect to captives who are headed for the arena? Probably not that unusual. So the question is whether they probably wouldn't think of it as special. And neither of you is a known associate of Ashathra. So therefore it wouldn't kick off to a certain person.
I mean, do they have a ping on me now?
Let's just say that your
or
signature.
Or they just have like psionic signature.
Yeah, they've got a signature.
And they'll
know it's you if they contact it again.
It wasn't
But
a
also, who
connection
is
because I
they?
didn't go through the animals
Right.
sort of a thing. I tried to send it just directly to you.
Yes, so the captors know that we are connected
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah.
That we
I
have
understand.
an affiliation.
Yes. Yeah.
So the problem here is that you let me worry about the secondary consequences. They may show up sooner or later.
The way that I said, like, I wanted to direct him to my brother would have been something like, because none of them know my
I
brother.
assume it's a visual image at the very least.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get some input here. What are you? You are.
Where am I right now?
You are in one of those less privileged.
Yeah.
Pens.
The dirty cage.
Right. And
here.
And
So these are on that side are
These
the
are the good
better
ones.
ones,
Yeah,
and this one,
yeah,
and
yeah.
what is on the other side?
over here,
Yeah.
these are viewing boxes. That's like where
Oh, okay.
this is where the
VIPs.
well, this is where the master of ceremonies
Okay.
gives
Okay.
their little speech, and then this is where the VIPs
Okay.
sit. As you can see, there's a great deal of security
Yeah.
between here and here. So, your situation is that first, you are told that you've been remanded to the arena, and you're in the category because you're a fighter. Obviously, I mean, a Thread King is a fighter.
Yeah, and they try to slam the card down with the head to the ground. So yeah, probably fighting.
Right. So they said that in your case, victory means, if you please the crowd, you get to be in a gladiator here, first ranked gladiator.
All right.
So you actually have it, but unless somebody, basically legally claims you or buys your way out in some way by paying someone off.
Is your fine?
Well, it's not
Is
as
there a
technical.
fine?
No, it's not technical in that sense. It's more somebody would just have to be bribed, basically, or some corruption would have to come into play through your connections. But they don't think you have any connections.
And I don't really.
And that basically, the only way out through here for you, as they see it,
Is fighting.
So
Do they have my weapons?
they are.
Or do they know where they
No,
are?
your weapons, no, you don't know where they are. And they are certainly not going to let you go in there with your thrown weapons and stuff like that. So you're probably just going to be handed. You're probably just going to be handed a spear, 2 spears.
Spear is also thrown.
Yeah, spears can be thrown, but you will notice they're not very high quality.
No.
They're basically just sharpened sticks.
So basically, my hats are more useful. Because I have +2 in hands and mouth fighting, so
Yeah.
my hands are
when
more
you get
useful.
well, that matches your character.
Yeah,
So-
sticks, whatever.
So that's your situation, and you are told when there are going to be several exhibition matches with various ranked gladiators, and you'll be brought out for one of those. You'll be brought out against a named gladiator,
Right.
And then later, as you are listening and picking up what's going on, later will come the executions. And then after that, the executioner then issues the general challenge, which is where anybody who has come for this purpose can deal themselves into the arena as a challenger. So,
Where you were
We don't like that
Yeah.
order.
that's where we were supposed to come in
right.
during the challenge.
No, if we knew that the order was going to be like that, we would have done anyway because we want to prevent the execution of
Right.
that person. So we want to issue a challenge earlier.
Right, but no, that's the main event. That's the payoff of the night. That's the big question, because nobody knows how good the challengers are.
Who's the unlucky schmuck who decides to jump in and
Right.
die?
Well, yes, but that's obvious.
I guess.
Yeah.
Unlucky shark who decides to jump in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
But on the other hand, it is also I'm going to say, you can see the point. You see a lot of good matches of different kinds. Some with unknowns, some with named characters against one another. And then you have the sort of satisfying splat of the execution, and you get a good look at being lethal, just as kind of building up his mystique and his nastiness and his rolling life. And then you have the challenge events. Champion versus champion and kind of a tournament elimination thing. That's on a different
That's a
week.
special
That's a different
thing.
week. That's not today.